All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about the end of music as we know it again. Some scary stuff out there. Rick Beato put this video out, and I watched it, and I feel like I'm starting to lose my connection with humanity in some ways. And I'll talk about that, but maybe you don't feel the same way, and that's fine. This is why I have a big collection of stuff behind me. It's actual physical stuff. So when you can't tell the difference anymore, I can walk in this room and go, okay, I'm going to play this album. I'm going to play this CD. Um, anyway, doing what I do in real time for a few people out here who might get this. This is me going off on all kinds of different tangents. So it might not be the most coherent video I've done. But I'm doing it in real time for a few people just like you there and like me here. Now, before I go down that rabbit trail, I found this band while doing a deep dive on the Blue Elan record label. And their latest song, called Darken My Door, has 13 views on it. Yeah. But this is Rose's Pawn Shop. And this is a great band. All right. So if you haven't heard of these guys, you should go and check them out. It's hard to describe. It's partly Americana, it's rock, it's maybe folk, maybe a little bit of country in there, but very organic sounding stuff. And I really like their music. So, again, this album's called Punch Drunk Life. Easy for me to say, punch, and I haven't had anything to drink other than coffee, folks. So there you go. It's just coffee. But check this out. Again, courtesy of Blue Elan Records. And you can also listen to this, at least for a while, on your favorite streaming platforms. I really like this stuff, and I just wanted to give these guys a plug because they deserve it. This is great music that many people don't know about. And that's really partly the mission of my channel, is to expose people to music that they're not hearing. This isn't in the vortex of the algorithm. And this goes now over to what Rick Beato had to say in his video about how record labels are buying AI production. Basically, you can have this app which will write songs for you. All right, you feed the information into it, you tell it what you want, and it pops out a song, and there you go. And what is mind blowing to me is, if you don't think you're not going to be fooled by this, then you're smoking something. Sorry to use a 70s reference here, but I've already been fooled. Most of my friends have been fooled by this stuff. People have sent me stuff, and I go, I think that's AI, and I'm not sure it's AI. And then they come back to me and they're like, yeah, we went into this. And some of these AI things, they have websites, they have Facebook pages. You know, the number one country downloaded song a couple of weeks ago was AI. And it's got this generic cowboy. This is the future. And it's really going to destroy things like this: organic, honest guys who practice, guys who sit around and or gals and write music and maybe figure out, what chords they're going to use and how they're going to structure a song. Nope, not anymore, because AI will do all that for you. And the record labels know this, so they're getting in on all of the creation. And if someone creates something, I'm assuming that they're going to be in on the financial part of this, because this is where everything's headed. And I don't like the Brave New World. Welcome, as Pink Floyd would say, welcome to the machine. The machine is here. All right. And how do you push back on it? I don't know. It's the same. Okay. And this analogy might be a little off, but when people go to concerts and the musicians are older and they can't sing like they used to, and they sound really good, what is that? What is that? It's probably AI, or it's just an old vocal track and they're miming to the vocal track. And so, the voice correction, that was the beginning, and this has been around for a long time, right? And if it wasn't voice correction, it was, we've got you singing this song 30 years ago and you sound great, just get up there and we'll fill in the instruments, and then we'll also pipe in some additional stuff to make it rich and full and bigger sounding. We did charge $250 for a nosebleed seat, so people should think they're getting a really good show. Everything is an imposter, right? It's so the old music is doing this, the newer stuff is going to harness all of it and not need humans, all right? Right now, they're sending humans out there to make it look like they're doing something. Okay? I went to see this band. They were amazing. They were amazing, or the technology there was amazing. That's really what you got to look at. And it's not just Wings of Pegasus. There are other people that are documenting the fact that you can't just hit these notes the way you're hitting them at your age, perfect pitch, all of that stuff. You can't, it's not humanly possible. We grew up in an era where it was okay to kind of hit a duff note here or there. It made it have a little character, and you knew these people were human beings. And the human part of it is what's attractive, not the mechanical, robotic, perfect synchronicity. All of that's, it's no, to me anyway. But there are a number of people who are like, yeah, bring it on. Yeah, you can't stop AI. Don't even think about trying. I'm just like, no, this isn't where I'm going to go. I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to keep going here. And we need a bunch of people to say, yeah, this isn't good. You might even need global legislation or laws to say, if you've got AI and you're using AI, you got to tell people you're doing it. It's got to be blinking lights. You can't just put it out there like, oh yeah, I just made this song. It sounds a little like Bad Company. You want to go? And this is the thing that fooled me. And I'm like, yeah, that's good. And it was. And I'm sitting there going, no way. No way. It's AI. And the name of the band, everything is just targeted. Like they take a couple of words that you're familiar with from that era and they put them together smartly. Maybe there's a human element to it, but most likely there isn't. And these machines are going to get smarter. The technology is going to learn and it's going to get smarter. And who's to say it just doesn't continue to try to outdo itself down this infinite, never-ending attempt for perfection? Isn't that like what God is, like perfection? So it's going to try to be its own God. And it's not just, the music is just one small aspect of this. And you're going to say, well, Dave, what about medicine? What about, yeah, there may be some benefits to using this in a contained way. But how do you contain it? How do you shut it down? How do you restrain it from going too far? That's really the big question. So the fact that the record labels are all in for this, because they know they've already pretty much made the current music sound very programmed and robotic. It's not even a real keyboard. It's a computer making a keyboard sound, and the beats are all programmed. And so what else is there to do? You're going to put this stuff out of business. And I think they've already kind of done it. I shouldn't say they're going to. They've kind of already done it. But there will be a remnant of us that go to the local dive bar or go to the restaurant or go to the cafe or go wherever to see real musicians play. Hopefully they're not sitting there with a computer, right? And they're about to do their performance. I'm like, no, where's your guitar? Where's the drummer? Where's the bass player? I mean, we need music, man, real music. So I don't know. I'm worried. Maybe you're not worried. Maybe it's me at the age I'm at thinking to myself, this doesn't look good. And this is why a lot of people are just going to cling to the past But remember, if you're clinging to the nostalgia and you're going out there to hear something, it probably is going to be enhanced. And if you're okay with that, then by all means do it. But you're paying top dollar to do that. For me, I'd rather go to see a local band somewhere, whether it's a cover band, whether it's an original band. I'd rather just hear real music in a setting where I know not a lot of chicanery is going on, but it's going to be harder and harder to find, I think, as time goes on. So, anyway, you can go watch. I'll link to Rick's video. He's not quite as apocalyptic sounding as I am here, but he's obviously really concerned. And the fact that he's saying stuff and he's got this huge platform, he's definitely concerned. All right. Again, here's Rose's Pawn Shop. Great name for a band, by the way. Kind of fun. And then the album is called Punch Drunk Life. And then they've just recently put out some new stuff, about 4 songs. And I think they have a new album coming out in 2026. So go ahead and follow them, subscribe to them, whatever you need to do. Go listen. Might not be your cup of tea, but man, especially with the subject matter today, this is the antithesis of the technology, right? Because they're just plucking on all kinds of strings, and I love that stuff. So again, thanks for being here. If you want to support this channel one more time with Buy Me a Coffee, Patreon, YouTube memberships, PJ Rock Super Chats, I appreciate all the help and all the new subs coming on board. Thank you very much. God bless you all, and I will see you soon.